Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Cooking for the Family. I'm Devon, and I cannot wait to share with you my mama's recipe for smothered turkey wings. Are you ready? Let's get started. So what I have here is I have some onion powder. I'm going to go on and put the onion powder. I'm going to sprinkle it all over our turkey wings, okay? And next we're going to go on and use some garlic powder. Now garlic powder, you don't need a lot. A little bit goes a long way. It can be overpowering, so like I said, we're just going to sprinkle a little bit because a little bit goes a long way. Now next we're going to use some Lawry seasoning salt. My mom always put Lawry seasoning salt anytime that she made turkey, turkey neck, turkey wings, always some Lawry seasoning salt. Okay, now after we've done our Lawry seasoning salt, this is my little touch, adobo. Love using this adobo all-purpose seasoning. It is so good on any kind of turkey, chicken. It is excellent. So we're going to go on and sprinkle a little bit of this adobo on there as well. And now we're going to go on and flip our turkey wings over because we don't season just one side of our food, okay? We're going to season both sides. Now, anytime that I am seasoning and I need to flip over my food, I always have one hand that I'm using my seasoning with, and the other hand is the hand that I'm going to be touching the meat and stuff with. So that way we don't want to cross-contaminate and get anything that we don't want, you know, on our seasonings and stuff. Okay, guys? So make sure that you always have that one clean hand and the other hand that you're using to flip your meat with. And so again, I've repeated with the onion powder, with the garlic powder. I'm also putting that Lawry's on because remember, we seasoning both sides of these turkey wings. They're going to be so good, y'all. So we seasoning both sides. I'm going on and I'm putting some more of that adobo, that all-purpose adobo seasoning right on there. And that's the adobo that has a little bit of the pepper in it as well. It has a little bit of pepper. Now I'm also going to add some black pepper. Okay, so we're going to put some black pepper all over. Just like that. And you know what? I forgot to put black pepper on the other side, y'all. So we're gonna flip over our wings so I can put some black pepper on the other side. Because like I said, our wings are gonna be nice and seasoned. And we season both sides and it's gonna taste so good. And just like that. Season just like that. Put the black pepper on. Okay. Now what I'm going to do now is let me go on and wash my hands, guys, and we're going to go on and go to the next step. All right, now time for the next step, and this is an important one, some butter. This is part of the secret. It makes the broth that's going to come off these wings so good, so flavorful, so just not, oh, that butter just really does something extra. And I'm using a half of a stick of butter. That was a half a stick of butter I used. Now, in addition to that, I've got one celery rib that I have cut up. And I don't like to do small pieces because later on, if you want to fish them out, you can. And so I put my celery in there, and that's one celery rib. This is a half of a white onion. And so we've gone on and put the half of the white onion. Now also, I have cut my turkey wings up onto the different pieces, all right? And the wing part, that little wing part that doesn't have any meat on it, we've set that to the side. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do with that. Now to my roasting pan, I added 4 cups of water, all right? Now I'm gonna add a couple more cups of water, so that's gonna make a total of 6 cups of water. And basically, I just want to fill my roasting pan with water until my turkey wings are nice and covered. Okay, I'm not filling my roasting pan up to the top, but it's nice and covered because a nice broth is going to come off of there. Now I have my oven warming at 400 degrees, and so my turkey wings are going in the oven at 400 degrees. All right, now these are those chicken wing pieces that I was talking about. Oh, excuse me, guys, I meant turkey. These are the turkey wing pieces that I was talking about. And I'm going to show you how to use these turkey wing pieces, and we're going to make ourselves some broth, and that's going to be for your turkey gravy. All right, so what we're going to do here is I've got my little pot. I'm putting these pieces right inside this pot. Now before I got started, I washed the turkey wings. You want to make sure that anytime that you're cooking with your meat, your poultry, you want to make sure you always rinse it off real good. All right, so anyway, I'm adding these pieces to my pot. In addition to that, I'm going to add that other half of the onion that I still had. So I'm adding another half of the onion. Now I'm using a white onion, but you can use a white onion or a brown onion. Either one of those works just fine. Now to this, I'm adding another celery rib. I'm going to add one celery rib to this. And also I'm going to go on and I'm putting in some kosher salt. And that was about a teaspoon of salt that I shook in there. Okay, I'm also going to shake in a little bit of that black pepper, and that's about a fourth of a teaspoon of black pepper. Now I'm going to go on and fill my pot up, not quite to the top, but I'm going to fill it up real good. And see there? See how I filled it up? I'm going to put this on the fire and let it boil for about 30 minutes. And this is what you get. See, after 30 minutes, it's reduced down. It's got a nice broth, like stock that's come off of there. And what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to link the video on how to make some gravy, the best gravy. I'm going to link that at the end of this video, okay? So anyway, now what I'm doing is I'm making a nice roux. I am making a roux to add to our pot, our roasting pan that's in the oven. Okay, that we have our turkey wings roasting in the oven. Now, what this roux consists of is a half a cup of flour and a half a cup of butter. And all I'm doing, y'all, is just making a nice roux that I'm going to add to my roasting pan. And you see what you want it to look like? It's going to start off a little bit thick. You just keep working with it. I've got my wooden spoon there in my cast iron skillet, and I'm just moving everything around just like that. And you know what else, guys? If you are new to my channel and you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Go on and hit that subscribe button, because on this channel we have all the good cooking. On this channel we doing all the best desserts. So go on, come on and join us. And you want to just keep on mixing around your roux, so that way you want that nice golden color. Okay, you want a nice deep rich golden color. You don't want to have any raw flour taste, and that's going to take you about 5 to 7 minutes. Now this is what we're going to do. You see how I just took my roasting pan out the oven? Now what I did, now let me tell you guys, my turkey wings have been in the oven for about a little over an hour. Okay, and what I did was, a little bit earlier, I went on and I scooped off about 4 cups. I've scooped off 4 cups of that broth that it started to create, okay, which gave my turkey wings time to kind of brown up some. Okay, see how they got like a little brown? That's exactly what you're looking for. And now that roux that I made, I'm going to go on and add it to my roasting pan. I'm adding it to my roasting pan with my turkey wings. And I want to make sure we get all that butter, that flour that we have cooked and made a nice deep golden roux with. You want to go on and take that, and we're putting it right into the roasting pan, just like that. You see how it's starting to sizzle? Starting to bubble up right there? That's what you want. And then I'm going to take my spoon, y'all, and I'm just going to go on and start mixing around. I'm going to mix in that roux and start to thicken up the liquid that's left in my roasting pan. And then I'm going to add my reserve. You see how I'm adding that reserve? That liquid that comes off those wings is so full of flavor. Because remember, we had the celery and the onion, and we seasoned our wings up well. Okay. And so I'm just going to go on and I'm adding that in. Right, just like that, and I'm mixing around, making sure that I don't want no clumps in there. I don't want no pockets of my roux. I want to make sure that I've mixed it in real well. Doesn't that look good? It is really starting to come together. And this is how you smother. This is how you smother those wings, just like that. How you want to have some nice, flavorful, smothered turkey wings. This is how you do it, y'all. And so just like that, I'm going in there, I'm moving everything around. I'm making sure, like I said, that flour, that roux, that everything is nice, well blended and mixed. And I'm also going to add the rest of my liquid, the rest of that nice rich broth that came off of those wings earlier after they cooked in the oven for about an hour and 15 minutes on 400 degrees, okay? And you see it's starting to really come together, just like that. And also, as it continues to cook, because we're going to put this back in the oven, as it continues to cook, it will continue to reduce down, and the liquid will continue to evaporate, and it will continue to reduce down and become a little bit thicker. Okay, and so remember, that was 4 cups of broth that I had taken off, and I'm going to add all of it right back in there and go on and mix it around just like that. Just like that. Ooh, it's coming together so nicely, y'all. Just like that. And our turkey wings had a chance to kind of brown up. We had our nice broth that came off of there. Everything is looking good. My oven is still on 400. I'm not going to cover this, and I'm going to go on and put it right back in the oven. And also, to go along with this, guys, I'm making some nice steamed rice and some seasoned string beans, and I cannot wait to show you that recipe of my seasoned string beans. And there you go, guys. Look at that. It has reduced down. It looks so good. Oh my gosh. You see how you got little pieces of the turkey that have come off and just nice and tender. It is right there in that broth in the pan. Will you look at that? Oh, it's nice, rich, flavorful, just delicious. But we're not done yet, guys. I've got some fresh parsley, some fresh cut of parsley that I'm just adding. That's just my final little touch, y'all. Some fresh parsley. Now, if you don't have any fresh parsley, you can go on and get you some dry parsley and just go on and shake you some parsley on there. Well, guys, I hope you give this recipe a try. And it is always good when Devon is cooking for the family. And remember, if you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Go on and hit that subscribe button. And if you like what you saw, go on and give us a thumbs up. Well, I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.